We'll talk about something today.
Oh, thanks, Lama.
Hi.
Thanks for inviting me.
You're welcome. Hi, Francesco. So you are the technical mind of Nuvolaris, right?
Yes.
So why you were not so happy about making this interview? Why did we have to threaten you with publishing your naked picture?
Well, actually, I'm a shy person, so I'm not really fan of taking picture of me or even more videos on me. So that's why I was not in the beginning. I was not so convinced, but okay, for Nuvolaris, I'm going to do this.
Okay.
So I hope that everyone will appreciate my effort.
A question that I think everybody asks you is, why do you have two last names? Why it's one with P Timperi and one with B Timberi? I don't understand that.
That's a question that I got frequently for people who don't know me. Well, actually, it's long story short. Well, my father was born with Timperi, so it's the first family name. And during his life, he acquired also the second family name from an aunt. And so all his family, so me and my brothers and sister, we have two family names. Nothing to do with, heritage or castle, I don't know, everywhere in Italy. No, it's nothing like that. That is the question. And so the reason is much more simple.
Okay.
So it is my father's story.
So, when did you accept to work with Nuvolaris under that terrible man called Michele Sciabarra?
I started in a way which is the one, so the favorite ones the Michele's favorite one, which is by submitting some pull request to the open source project, which is to Nuvolaris. So in the specific case, I implemented something for the community version of the operator. And he was so happy about my first contribution that then he asked me to continue to do other contribution, and in the end he proposed me the position of CTO.
Okay. So, tell me the truth. How do you handle Michele?
Well, we should ask him how he can handle me. Because he told me that I'm fuzzy and sometimes I'm also annoying him. So it is much more the reverse. So how he can really work with me and not how I can work with him.
So that's your secret?
Yes.
Okay. Apparently Nuvolaris is a bunch of crazy people. So how do you feel in being the CTO of crazy people team?
Well, it's crazy. So there are no other words to describe this role. But I think that anyway, whether it's crazy or not, we are doing something which is really interesting, for me at least. And I hope that what we will do in the future we can contribute something that is really used by other teams to, produce something which is provide services, I don't know, to unknown people everywhere in the world. We have a mission.
I know that the Nuvolaris team is a little bit all around the world. I have never met Michele in person. What about you? Do you actually believe he exists, or is something like an artificial intelligence?
Yes, Michele exists.
Oh, really?
I met him once in Brussels, actually last year in August. We went together for a beer. Usually Michele is posting a lot of messages on LinkedIn. So there was a message on my LinkedIn feed from Michele that he was going to come visit Brussels for family reason, let's say. So I told him, if you have time, let's meet for a beer. I discovered that the beer is not his favorite drink, but it was a good opportunity to meet him.
How does a remote and distributed team work?
Well, there are many ways to work in a distributed fashion. First of all, we have different means to communicate. We have chat, Slack, video call, and mostly, these are the most used instrument that we use. from time to time we do also let's say normally we do one weekly meeting to align. Okay, it's also of course it's always via a video chat. And in other situation, okay, we just I don't know, communicate via just the code that we do and commenting the code and so on. So that's the way that I would say nowadays the work in the IT stack is working more and more.
Okay. So what do you actually do in Nuvolaris? What is your job there?
Well, the main task it is, let's say, to extend and implement a new feature in the operator, which is one of the main products we are implementing now, both on the community version, which is the product that we are going to distribute in an open source way, and also the enterprise version, which is a bit more, let's say, oriented to be used for large scale and, let's say, bigger companies and so on. So I'm continuing to work on this. I also implemented some, let's say, plugins for Nuvolaris, especially ones for Metaflow, which is a machine learning, let's say, framework. So we developed a plugin for this, and I'm also recently I also started helping some early adopter of our enterprise version for tuning it and to see how the enterprise version can fit the requirements, and things are not going bad because we managed to beat AWS Lambda, which is our biggest let's say competitor, I would say. So
what is the weirdest thing it happened to do for Nuvolaris?
now up to the moment this interview
This is the weirdest one.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I dare to say to Michele that he should write let's say better requirements, much more clear. And he was a bit disappointed. So I thought at that time that okay, now he's going to fire me. But okay, it's a joke.
Okay, and what's the funniest thing it happened to do with Nuvolaris?
Well, probably one of the most interesting, I don't know if it's really funny, but it was really interesting for me was to develop the Metaflow plugin, because it was something that I had no idea that it existed before. And it was a bit challenging for me to try to understand first this framework and then implement something that could work in Nuvolaris to work with this framework. So this was really funny, let's say.
And what's the most boring part in working in Nuvolaris?
Always about video. I had to capture, some demo on my computer, talking alone, trying to comment a video. I re-registered it 20 times because I was never happy of what I was saying there. So I was trying to be fluent in the description of what I was trying to do, and I didn't manage to do this, so it was really boring for me. So
the most boring part is actually to explain Nuvolaris to people that don't understand anything about it?
No.
No?
Explaining something else. It's explaining it to a video. It's
okay. So in real life, it's
because
better
yes, it is much more fluent. Actually, I'm not used to this type of activities, so I was not really happy the way it was going, and in the end, I was really bored of doing this.
So now you're under torture.
No.
When you will exit and you will have more than $10 million, what do you think you will do with that?
Well, that's a good question. Honestly, I'm not projecting myself in this scenario at the moment because I think that we have still a long
That's negative
to do. If one day, let's say, I will get $10 million in my pocket, then I will accept another interview and I will explain what I'm going to do with the money.
So Nuvolaris has to work fast,
yes.
So I can torture a little bit more.
Yes.
Okay.
At the moment, honestly, I have no idea about this scenario. So I don't know. Yes. Of course, everyone has wishes and dreams to realize. I can say one just for my partner. Probably we will move to Spain. This is something that we are going to do sooner or later, and maybe with the help of Nuvolaris, we will do it earlier. But okay, for the rest, really, I don't know.
Thank you very much for your time. It was a really nice torture to interview you today.
Okay, it was a pleasure to be tortured by you.
See you next time then.
Okay.
Okay?
See you.
Bye.
Thanks,
Have a
Lara.
nice day.